Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos. Today in this lesson we are going to learn how to use logical arrays as a mask and how to use logical arrays to avoid loops and branching and thus create simpler and faster program by using logical array as mask that selects elements of another array, right? So in the previous lessons we wrote the script file for extracting even numbers from any random matrix. So we have discussed this. So what we did is that we created random matrix, then we created another matrix of zeros of size equal to a, and then what we did is that we searched for each and every even number, and then in this x zeros matrix we replaced the zeros with the corresponding even numbers, right? And then what we did is that we multiplied this x matrix of zeros and 1 with the a matrix, and thus we got the even numbers from a matrix, right? So now to avoid this for loop we can write this program for this. So this small program could be the replacement for the whole script file, this whole script file. So we can replace this whole script file by using the logical arrays. So now what it will do, so it's very simple. So here I have created this a random matrix, and then what we did is that we multiplied a with the mod a of 2 equals to 0. So what this will do is that it will create a logical array, right? So it will create a logical array. Let's suppose if I have this a matrix 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So what it will do is that it will create another matrix. Let's suppose that it will create this matrix, and wherever there are even numbers whose remainder is 0, right? So it will replace it will generate a logical array, and wherever there are even number it will give us ones and the remaining will be 0. So let's suppose if this is odd, so it will write 0 here. If 2 is even, so it will write 1 0. Instead of 4 it will give us 1, instead of 5 0, instead of 6 1 0 and 1 and 0. So it will give us this array, right? So this will be a logical array of the same order of a, right? And so then if we multiply this with a, so then what we will do, we will get all the even numbers, right? And zeros will be replaced by the odd numbers, right? So it is exactly equivalent to this program. So this is the use of logical arrays as a mask. We have created a mask of this matrix, right? So this is the mask for this matrix, and then we can extract very easily the even number from this a matrix, right? So let's check this in MATLAB. So here I have written this already. So if I run this, so this is that previous program. So this is the a matrix, this is the x matrix that we have created. It's not the logical array. This matrix has been created by us by searching each and every element by writing these two for loops and then multiplying this x with a. So we got this a matrix, this small a matrix with all the even numbers from this a matrix. So if I run it again, so we can see here that we get the even numbers from this a matrix. Now if I run this, let's see. So we will create another random matrix. So we can see that this is that a random matrix, right? We can see that this is that logical array that we have created. How we created that? We wrote c is equal to mod a of 2 equals to 0. So it will divide each and every element of a divided by 2, and if the remainder for each and every element is 0, so then it will replace those elements for which the remainder will be 0. So it will replace those elements by 1. So let's suppose if we see here, so it is 2, it is divisible by 2, so it is replaced by 1, right? So it is 8 divisible by 2 replaced by 1. So what we did is that we created a matrix C which is a mask of this A matrix, right? So then what I did is that I multiplied this C, this logical array with this A matrix, this random matrix. So what we got the even numbers from this A matrix, right? So it is writing very simple programs using logical arrays as a mask, and we can avoid the for loops. Now let's examine these two equivalent programs. So these two are also equivalent, right? So this script file is for computing square root of positive elements of a given matrix and adding an x value to the negative values. So what it will do is that it will add some value to these negative numbers and it will check if the number is positive, so it will take the square root of that positive number. So how I did is that I wrote this m, so it will be the number of rows and the number of columns of a random matrix. So then I will create a random matrix. So the random matrix will be between -8 and 8 and it will be the size, so it will be 3 and 3. In this case it will be a 3 cross 3 matrix. So let's suppose if we have this random matrix A which is between -8 and 8, and then this number we will add this x with all those negative numbers, right? So if the numbers are negative, so we will add the negative number, we will add this 10 value, this x value with the negative numbers. So this is negative, negative, these are all negative numbers, right? So then I wrote here two for loops, right? So what we will do is that we will check one by one element. If it is less than 1, if a of 1 1, if it is less than 1, so what we will do, we will add this x, whatever value in x is, right? So it will check the first element. So what it will do, it will write a, and the first element is negative, so it will add 10 to it, so it will be 9, right? And then it will check if a12, if a12 is negative, so if it's not negative, if it's positive, so then it will take the square root of that number, so it will take the square root of 8, right? And so on. So it will check each and every element. So if it is less than 0, if it is negative, so it will add this x value to it. So if it is -4, so then it will be 6. If it is -5, so it will be 5, it will be 9. Similarly this will be 8. It will take the square root of 7 and it will be 3, and similarly the square root of 2, right? And in the result it will give us this as an answer. Now how to write an equivalent program for this. So this is the equivalent program for this, using logical arrays as a mask. So I have created this same random matrix. So then what we will do, in this case we will create another matrix of zeros, and this B matrix will have the same size of this A matrix, right? So let's suppose if we have this A matrix, so then we will have the same size of A matrix, that is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and all will be zeros, right? And then what we will do is that we will create a mask array, mask logical array C. We will create this C, and first it will check less than 0. So whatever are less than 0, so it will replace ones with less than 0. So what it will do, it will write 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 and 0, right? So for this A, it will create this logical array matrix. So this will be logical array, right? And then we can use these logical arrays as an address, right? So we can use this logical array as an address. So what if I write B of C? So B of C, so wherever there are ones, so B of C, in B matrix, all the elements in place of these ones will be added with the x value, right? So the x is 10. So what it will do, this line will add all the elements at the location of these ones. So it will add 10 to all the elements in the location of these ones. So we will get B matrix, right? So what we will get, from this line we will get the 9 0 6 5 9 8 0 3 and 0, right? So still we are having the zeros for the negative number, for the positive numbers, right? So this is for the positive numbers. Here in this array we have 8 7 and 2, so we have these positive numbers, and wherever there are negative numbers, so we have created this mask, and then we gave this C matrix as an address, and wherever there were negative numbers, and x number was added to them, right? So we got this. And then this line, so what this line will do is that it will check B not equal to C. So now it will check in C the zeros element. so it will check the zeros element. This non-zero element once, this will check the zeros, right? So wherever there are zeros in C, so then what it will do is that it will take the square root of all corresponding elements of A. It will take the square root of all positive values of A wherever there are zeros. So here we have 0, here we have 0, here we have 0. So what it will do, this line will take the square root of 8, 7 and 2, and then it will store the square root of these three numbers in exact location. So the next B matrix after this line, this B matrix will be updated, this B matrix will be updated, and we will have 9 under the root 8, 6, 5, 9, 8, and here we will have under the root 7, 3 and under the root 2. So using these logical arrays as a mask, we can avoid for loops, right? So let's check this in MATLAB. Now if I put a breakpoint here and if I run this step by step, so let's see. So here we have created a random matrix A between -8 and 8, and now what this for will do is that the R value is 1 and the C value is 1, so it will first check all the elements of first row, then all the elements of second row, and then all the elements of third row. If the element is negative, so it will add this x value to it, that 10 value, and if the element is positive, so it will take the square root of that, right? So if I step in, so here we see that the first element is positive, so then we are in the else statement, so we will take the square root. So it took the square root of this, and the remaining are all those -5, 0, the remaining values are same after the first iteration or from the first pass. So now if I step in again, so it will check this -5, so -5 is negative, so it will add 10 to it, right? So when we add 10 to -5, so we will have 5, right? Now if I suppress all these and we only compare the result, let's suppose, so now if I run this, so here we see that this is the original A matrix and this is the updated A matrix, right? So here we see that this 8 is positive, so it is replaced by the under the root of it. This is -1, so 10 is added. Similarly, all the negative numbers are added with 10, and the square root of positive number is taken, right? So we have this resulting matrix. Now, what if you people do not want to update this A, or you people want to have this A as well? Let's suppose if I write A, so I will have the result in A now because I have updated this A matrix, right? So this is, if I clear the screen, if I clear the command window and now I write A, so now I have only the result in A. So now if someone want to save the original random matrix as well, so then what you people will do, you people can do it like this as well. You people can write B equals to A, right? So I have stored my A matrix, original A matrix in B. So then I will be able to compare both. So then I will write B here. So now if I run this, so here we see that this has been printed. If I suppress this, right, and if I run again, so here we see that this is the result and this is that original matrix, right? So now if I clear this window and now if I write A, so A have the result, right? So now this random matrix which was created initially have these elements, right? So the result elements. And now if we want to compare, so then we will use B matrix, right? So we have stored that A matrix in B. So now here we can see that -4, -1, -8, so -7, all the negative numbers will be added with 10 and the square root of positive number are taken. So only this 8 and 0, these are positive numbers, right? Now if we run this, so what we will do if I run this, so let's check it. So here we see that we have created that mask matrix from A. So here this C is equal to A less than 0. So wherever there are element of A less than 0 negative numbers, so they are replaced by 1 using this instruction C equals to A less than 0, right? So then what we did is that we added wherever there are ones in C, So in the A matrix, wherever there was negative number, so what we did is that we added that 10 value to it. So B of C equals to A of C. So A of C. Now here C, this C matrix, this logical matrix is used as an address for A. So wherever there are ones in C, so it will extract all those elements and it will add 10 to it, the value of X to it, right? So then what we have updated this, we have updated this 0 matrix of B with these values, right? So 7, 2, 6 and 9. And now what this instruction will do is that it will check B not equal to C. Not equal to C means that wherever there are zeros in C. So wherever there are 0 in C, it will take the elements of all those elements where there are 0 in C. So it will take the square root of all those elements of A, right? So square root of A not C. So then what we will get, we will update this B matrix, and then wherever there are zeros, so it will take the square root of all those values. So this is the square root, this is the square root, right? So if we check here, if we check the result, if we compare, so this is the original A random matrix, right? So here is -3, so 10 is added with it, -8, 10 is added, -1, 10 is added. These three numbers, these 8, 4 and 1, these are what? These are positive numbers, so the under root is taken, square root of this number is taken. So the under root of 4 is 2, the under root of 8 is this. Similarly 7 is positive number, so the under root is taken here, -4, so 10 is added with it, and the under root of 8 is 2.8284. So I hope you people would have understood this array masking. So whenever you people write a script file, so do not opt for the for loop in the first attempt. First check if you people can use the logical array as a mask, so then you people will be able to write an efficient and a very comprehensive program in MATLAB.